Hey there everyone, and welcome to the first combo video for archers. This one is, like with the wizards, the primary defense combo that's going on. That's been in the game since the beginning, and unfortunately it is outdated. So this combo isn't really it's not that good anymore, and I just feel like I should cover it before then I go on to the other more interesting ones and the modern ones. And yeah, because this was a good combo back in the day. And it does have some uses now, but it's very restricted. So anyway, the way what this combo comes from is the way Smokescreen works. So it's written wrongly in game. I don't know why. It says enemies inside have a 90% chance to miss. That's kind of wrong. What it is if you're stood inside, enemies have a 90% chance to miss when they're attacking you. Now I've written in my guide here exactly how it works. This is like an avoid. It's not a dodge or parry. It's like an additional thing called avoid, where it only does it to basic attacks, not to special attacks, elemental attacks, or skills. Skills is other people in PvP using skills on you, and yeah, so they have a 90% chance to then be avoided by you. This works for any party member stood in the smoke, including the decoy. So where this combo comes is when there's lots of small enemies in a challenge or something. They're all doing basic attacks, and so you can avoid it with a smokescreen, or you can put your decoy in front with the smokescreen on it, and then the decoy will take any bigger hits from like the bosses and stuff that can't be avoided, and otherwise special attacks, while all the basic attacks which are coming from the small enemies are not dealing any damage to the decoy. Makes the decoy survive much better. And yeah, certainly in the past it's had a lot of use. The only problem is the fact it doesn't avoid elemental attacks, which almost all small enemies these days do elemental damage. So what I've got here is an example here. This is a tournament challenge where the enemies here, the imps, they will do normal damage. So they can be avoided. And then I'll go into the event where the small enemies there cannot be avoided, and you'll see how yeah, it's kind of pointless. Right, so we'll just put the decoy out. Now, unfortunately, this challenge doesn't actually make a great example anyway of the combination, because the majority of the damage comes from the boss. So even though it's avoiding all the attacks from the imps, they're not going to be doing that much. So that decoy is actually too close, so I'm not taking damage. But okay, now I am. Alright, now if I use this, you'll see avoid comes up pretty much every time I get attacked. So this is where the skill has use, and it's meant to be used, is against sort of small enemies, just avoiding any damage. Anyway, so now we've got enough of the enemies. Are going to group them together, put the decoy out, and see how long it survives without any smokescreen on it. So it's actually the majority of the time, and that's why this is a bit of a problem for testing it, is because actually it survives fairly well anyway. And there, the boss did loads of attacks on it and actually died off faster than when it didn't have smokescreen on it. But yeah, so unfortunately I can't find a great example of it with the current game content. But oh, there, it survived really well. Okay. But yeah, you just gotta trust me that this combo does work. It just means that attacks like this can be avoided and help the decoy survive much longer. Yeah, it's a cool little combo, and definitely it's had some use in the past in certain challenges. And the kind of challenges where it does have use now are few and far between. I mean, even that challenge where those enemies can be avoided, that kind of combo is not going to help you at all. It's unfortunate. And then we'll go to the current event where the enemy attacks their elemental, and I'll just show that you can't avoid it. I didn't want to make this video long because this isn't really a very interesting combo, nothing going on, because it doesn't really work anymore. Where this will be interesting is in the combo number 3 I'm going to show. That is going to be showing sort of the modern day smokescreen and decoy and what you can do there, because that's a lot more interesting. They made them really good. And okay, let's just use I meant to catch the boss and not the others. That was my point. The point of me using that. Okay, let's catch the boss there. Right, so these enemies, you'll see they're doing water damage to me, and if I use the smokescreen, they're going to keep hurting me every time. I can't avoid anything with smokescreen in this, and yeah, it just means the base skill is pretty much pointless, which is a shame, massive shame. I don't know why elemental damage is counted as sort of a special attack, but yeah, people didn't really use smokescreen anyway. The base skill doesn't have a lot of use. In PvP, it does a bit with the stun immunity, but otherwise it's not very good. It's the skill runes which really add a lot to it, and the combos there, which, well, I say combos, they're not true combos like this is with you know, making the decoy actually have that avoid effect on it. But yeah, if you use the two skills in combination with each other with different kind of mixes of skill runes on them, you can get some really nice effects going on, and which help you survive extremely well. Almost better than the other two classes, to be honest. And yeah, anyway. So if you are watching this video and you're a bit disappointed with what you've seen, then I would go check out my Combo 3 video, which I won't be a link in the description. But yeah, just check out my channel and go watch that. Hopefully, if you're watching this at a later date, the Combo 3 video will be there. But if you're watching it as it releases, then I'm sorry. Just wait for the other combos. They'll be more interesting. I just wanted to cover this one first. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, found it a bit informative, even if it wasn't the most exciting video. And I'll see you in another video soon. Thank you again.